So boom, we live.
What's up, man? Y'all know what it is, man. Tuesday. Taco
Yes, sir.
Tuesday.
We here.
Beyond the Game Tuesday.
All that.
Partaking
We
in
got the club
Taco
going up on a
Tuesday.
Tuesday, right?
Oh man.
We put.
Hey, man, if people only knew, we kind of have more fun before the show starts.
I'm trying to tell you.
Advertisement.
I look, I looked down and seen 60 messages. I said, "Oh man, bruh's going in. They going in today."
Man,
Yeah,
it
we was
was
on.
good.
Nah, it ain't bro going in. It's that dude down there at the bottom with the blue shirt on.
Hey, man, I can only do what I can do, baby.
Hey man,
I mean,
Cal, what is them, man? In some Space Gems.
It look like Shaq's.
I can't wait
Yeah,
to
they
see
Shaq.
LeBron's.
They
I
Shaq.
can't wait to see LeBron's Space Gems come out. When LeBron's Space Gems come out, they gonna be
hey,
the
man,
coldest.
you dead wrong for that now. You dead wrong. You
Hey, look,
dead wrong.
LeBron's Space Gems is gonna be amazing.
LeBron
Hey,
Space Jam. What are you talking
Ain't
about?
nobody even gonna go see that movie.
What?
Nah, man.
Nah, probably
All
not.
right, okay, it'll do
I
me.
like
KG.
that right there, man. I like it. I got some Jordans too, man. I got them on my feet, though.
You stay with Jay's on though,
Hey,
Joe.
Come on, man.
Joneses
Like
are made
Jordan.
in Japan.
Jordan, man.
You probably got
Honor
Jay's
Jordan,
on
man.
too.
Uh,
Honor
uh,
Jordan, man, in his last dance, man. We might as well just continue to
Joe,
wear J's throughout the
Anybody
D
whole
got on
night.
Dawson,
Private LeBron?
hot dog. You telling me that Jones click one of them links on Facebook?
He did.
Ah, be that guy.
Facebook.com.
He
Facebook.
did.
Got on Facebook.
He did. But shoot, let's
Yeah,
go
man.
and get this thing started, man. Appreciate everybody for jumping on here to get on this show. Beyond the Game. You know, it's Tuesday, 6 p.m. So I got my Tuesday crew here. I got my guy Keezy. I'm back. And then we got old Goat Petey over there.
Y'all know what
We
it
got
is, man.
we got Hot Dog in the building. And I'm not gonna call you Iron Man. I refuse to call you Iron Man, bro.
Iron Man. Iron Man.
I'm not calling a grown man Iron Man, bro. I'm not doing
Iron
it.
Man.
But before we get today's show started, somebody sent me something. You know what I'm saying? A little birdie.
Hey man, I'm cool off the pictures, man. Y'all kill me out, man. Hey man.
This time it ain't you, Petey. Something a little birdie sent me something, and they said, "Hey man, you got to post this during the show today." So I said, "All right, bro. I'll see what I can do." So Jones, I know you a big fan. This is dedicated to you, baby. Boom.
Hey,
Hey, man.
hey man, Ike did that, man.
I got something for Ike, man. I got something for Ike.
Hey, I hit me up in my messenger because you know he's locked up in Facebook jail right now. Huh?
That man killed me right there now.
So I know you want to be on the Tampa Bay bandwagon, baby. So there you go. You with us now. You riding with us now.
Goodness gracious, man.
But yeah, let's go get this show started. So Kansas Kansas is going through a little turmoil right now with their little allegations that they got going on with Bill Self. Hot Dog, I'm gonna turn it over to you first. Do you think that Kansas will get put on probation?
Yes. I believe if there's one blue blood that it will be Kansas because it's been going on for a long time. They get the great one and dones year in, year out. I'm not real specific on the details of the situation of who it is that took money or all that. But my personal belief, I think Kansas will get come down hard, and I believe Bill Self will be fired immediately, soon enough.
Oh, you think Bill Self will get fired?
Yes.
Hold that thought. Hold that. What about you, Chris Jones? I'm not calling you Iron Man, boy.
Hey man,
That's
listen,
flame
I
hard.
don't think Bill Self gets fired. I don't think he gets fired, man. I see a lengthy suspension. I don't think they're gonna hit him with the death penalty like they did at SMU before, but they're gonna vacate some scholarships, and they probably won't go to the NCAA tournament, man. His name's been involved in a whole lot. You know, and I think one of these big name coaches that it's time for them to make an example out of, man. I think then you still got to think, man, they still got that bad taste in their mouth from the Kansas State brawl. You know, they just painting a real bad picture for college basketball. So I think they're gonna come down hard on Kansas.
Yeah.
They got to give out money. Who would want to go to Kansas to play basketball?
Well, I mean, Kansas is a blue belt for the people who are tuned in and don't know what's going on with the Kansas situation. The NCAA is cracking down on them. They said they have severe and egregious actions. Basically, what they're saying is that Kansas foster relationship with Adidas employees and representatives
Yeah.
who made payments to high-profile recruits. So that's the whole situation going on with that. Kansas obviously is denying any and all claims to it, but
The
Adidas.
NCAA needs to tighten up on this, man.
But how can they? How can they tighten
I
up?
mean, I don't know, man. I mean, they need to, like I said. I mean, take some wins. I know they're gonna probably not let them go to the NCAA
You
tournament.
won't take some wins because they close to Kentucky. Y'all still, boy, these Kentucky
I mean, I
fans.
didn't put it together
Hey,
like
boy, these
that.
Kentucky fans
You
is
got to think,
something. Do you hear me?
Kansas,
Just because
Kansas
they
might
close to
get.
Kentucky and wins, you won't take some from them.
Is that
I
how
didn't
they
say that.
do?
I didn't say that. Shout out to UK, man. I'm still wearing the blue. But anyway, uh, they need to do something, man. I mean, it's getting out of hand. I mean, we ain't said nothing about what's his name, Miller, in Arizona. They had direct text messages. He had direct text messages to Ike, and he's still coaching on sideline. So I mean, I don't know what kind of case they're building up, but it's time for them to drop the bomb on a lot of these coaches, excluding
Well,
Coach Cal. Excluding
Uh,
Coach Cal. We sweep him.
exclude.
hold on. You said your own coach got to go?
No, no,
Nah,
no.
he
I
said
said we squeaky clean
excluding.
in
You
UK.
say excluding.
We
Oh,
are
Yeah.
squeaky clean in UK. We don't do that type of stuff.
Y'all don't do it?
We don't pay players.
Yeah, right.
Nah, y'all just
They
let
want
them
to come
drive
play
around in
for
Cadillac Escalades and
man.
They
Duke
brought
pays
them home.
Porsche,
players.
They brought them home.
Pays players.
Panameras and Maseratis and
I ain't never
Those
seen.
Hey, Petey.
They
oh
good.
yeah,
They
oh,
good.
yeah. I be out in the city, man. I see him.
we see it, Petey. Cal, what about you? Do you think Kansas is gonna get put on probation?
Well, I mean, I heard that Williams family was looking for $700,000 house to Duke. But anyway,
That's a shot.
on probation would be something like they didn't do any time Miller. They coach. If I was Kansas, I would be trying to say I told everybody I'm 6'9" all everybody see. We go down there.
What about you, Pete? Because you know y'all.
I'm echoing.
What about you, Petey? Because your Duke Blue Devils, I'm gonna get you together real quick, Petey. But your Duke Blue Devils is going through a potential scandal as well. What do you think? First of all, before we get to Duke part of it, what do you think is gonna happen to Kansas?
I think Bill Self is just trying to keep up with the times, man. I mean, they're gonna get penalized. I don't think they'll be a part of the Champions Classic if we do have it this year. I definitely don't think they're going to the NCAA tournament, man. But I think Bill Self keeps his job because the times are changing, and the players can get paid now. So it just is what it is, man. He's just gonna get a little slap on the wrist. They're gonna miss the NCAA tournament. They might miss it for a few years, but they definitely gonna be excluded from the. Kicked out of the Champions Classic though. They definitely won't be a part of that. I don't know who we can add to that, man. You know what I'm saying? Duke,
I don't know,
Kentucky,
man.
Michigan State, and who?
North
And
Carolina.
you better not say it, B. Dotson. You better not say Louisville. You better not.
And I say, I know, better not say. And Q, you better not even think about saying North Carolina. Better not think about.
I think we should add UCLA, man. I believe Kentucky could beat UCLA consistent, but they champions though. They had their run of what 11, 12 straight, 11 straight.
If they add anybody, they have to add Carolina. They can't add
You can't add Carolina.
It's a Champions Classic.
Petey, remind me again the last time UCLA won anything.
They won it with the O'Bannon brothers, man.
Oh, okay. So when they won it with the O'Bannon brothers, I don't even think Dotson was alive. Everybody in here was probably in elementary school. So are you sure you want to include them in your classic?
That's the next best
I think they
great college basketball program. That's the next one in line.
Pete, fam. Pete, this is 2020. This ain't 1975, my guy.
Hey, it's the best college basketball program. Who else are you? Who are you referring to, Q? who was you thinking about, Q? I'm asking. You want to add Florida in there?
This motherfucker said Florida.
That's about it.
That's the only teams you know, huh? UCLA and Florida.
Hey, that's the next two. That's the next two in my line.
I feel that. I feel that. I got you.
But for real though, Bill Self got to do something. Kentucky and Duke are 1 and 2 in the recruiting class every single year. All the other
we got big bag to do. We got big bag, and we don't mind giving it out.
I know. That's why Zion's in trouble. That's why Zion's in trouble right now.
Man, come on, Zion ain't in trouble. What they gonna do?
They're gonna do a lot. So we know it was Chris Jones' phone with that cricket phone that was messing up now. But anyways, that's Chris Jones with that cricket phone. But anyways, let's move right along to the next subject, which was The Last Dance. Petey, I know you really didn't get to watch it.
Definitely didn't.
And I know that I was playing Grand Theft Auto, so I really wasn't paying attention to it either. Keezy, I'm gonna let you go first since you're holding up the Shaq shoe right now. What was your thoughts on The Last Dance episode 7 and 8?
I think these are my favorite two episodes. I was surprised. I mean, I knew NBA played baseball, but I never knew like his stats exactly and how much better he got season one. I mean, not play baseball for 20 years, go out and hit, you know, drive 50 RBI. That was pretty cool. I know a lot of people like it. I like that he was real tough on teammates. I mean, he ain't got hit now. Some people like tough love. Other people do. I feel like that's I mean, you kind of compare look with Jimmy Butler over like in Minnesota. He was just trying to do tough love. He was already out there, so you can't really compare that. Tough love.
What about you, Petey? What was your thoughts on episode 7 and 8?
Hey man, I just seen the clip when Jordan giggled at the glove and told him that he definitely didn't have a problem with the glove. I thought that was comedy. I pretty much laughed for about 30 minutes on that, man. He had the iPad, he was watching that, and Jordan, like, he never heard that before. Like, and then Jordan was he took a step back and he was like, "Here, man, take his iPad. I don't want to hear his mess no more, man." Then he just cleared the air, man. He said, "The glove, I ain't have no problem with the glove.
No problem.
I don't think Gary Payton ever make it back from that."
He looked serious when he said it.
He was definitely serious. Like, we can lace him up right now. If you need a refresher, we can lace him up right now. But you know, outside of that point right there, man, it was pretty much a snooze fest for me, man.
Cut his mic off, please. Cut his mic off. Hit the button and cut it.
Hey man, it was a snooze fest, man. They showed him beating the Supersonics, man, who was the earlier version of the Phoenix Suns. No competition.
Jordan never had no competition, but let them tell it.
Oh, but then they touched on that when he came back, and you know they got beat by the Orlando Magics, man. I mean, a lot of people don't talk about that now.
It's the reason why people don't talk about that. Let me tell you,
they don't talk about it. But the same reason that they were seeing it there, he didn't have his legs under, and he wasn't in bad.
Well, he shouldn't have came back then.
Simple as that.
He shouldn't have came back then.
Simple as that.
He came back because he thought he could push them to the finals, man. And then they ran into the Magic.
They ran into Penny Hardaway and Shaq.
Penny Hardaway and Shaq.
Nick Anderson.
And Jordan went, and after that playoff series, Jordan went in that locker room, and you know what he said, Petey?
What did he say?
Guys, this ain't it.
This ain't it. This ain't it, man.
This ain't it.
That's the whole thing you heard, ain't it? This ain't it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Jordan said we gotta mix some stuff up now. We gotta go get some people now. And that's what they did.
Who they go get?
Rodman.
And who else?
That's it. That's who they hit.
Didn't they go get Ron Harper though, didn't they?
Because Jordan knew that with the squad that they had,
Jordan Lamb.
Ron Harper averaged about 4 points a game.
But he was a defensive specialist.
Yeah,
but one thing we got to applaud Jordan on there.
I mean, because Jordan was a step slower than everybody. They had to go get somebody else to play D on the perimeter. So
I know you ain't talking about nobody playing.
I'm talking about Jordan.
I know you ain't talking about defense, though.
Jordan couldn't guard the number 2 no more, so they went and got Ron Harper. So Pippen could guard the 1, Ron Harper could guard the 2, and Jordan could guard the 3 and relax. Because he was old.
But I know we ain't talking about defense.
Yeah, we talking about defense.
Not talking about defense.
Jordan made he made first team all defense guarding the number 3 player on the other team. It's not hard.
It's not that hard, bro.
Come on, man.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
Jordan did back down.
No, he did back
And I know
then.
y'all get ready to say something about when they played Lakers and Magic. I mean, it was just a strategic move, and Scottie Pippen do it. But you got to understand this too, though. When the going got tough, one thing we always see is Jordan stayed.
Hey, Jones. Hey, Jones. Let me ask you a question real quick. If we at the park hoop, right?
Yeah.
And your man cooking you, right? And I say, hey Jones, Jones, let's switch. What you gonna tell me?
I'm gonna say, nah, I got it.
Thank you. So why did Jordan tell Pippen that?
But then when he cook you 2 or 3 more buckets, I'll be like, look, bro, you ain't got no choice.
Like I said, it was strategy, though. It was just strategy, man. When it gets to the finals, man, it's more of a chess match.
Hey, but now Jordan's the GOAT. I'm not trying to hear all that strategy. Jordan's the GOAT.
He is the GOAT.
So all that strategy gets thrown out the window.
Did you see how the thing Jordan was pushing and he made everybody better?
No, Jordan was fighting everybody. That's what that was.
A lot of them players
Jordan. Jordan would just make sure people didn't eat after the game.
We gonna talk about that too, hot dog.
I did not see that.
Jordan ain't taking my meal. I don't give a rat
I'm a
says
grown
who
man.
he
Yeah,
is.
but I can't eat. We gonna have a problem.
And they played their best with Jordan, man. I mean, what I liked about it was the fact that he stayed motivated. Nowadays, man, the game is more about the business aspect of it, and they ain't got that pride factor like they used to have back in the day, like we used to have.
Yeah,
I know somebody quit. I seen one dude quit several times.
I mean, it's almost like when we was in the neighborhood.
Hey, we're not doing that.
When we was in the neighborhood and I moved up in 3 acres,
it's true.
We played with us and y'all played with y'all.
Right.
There wasn't no cross teams, you know what I'm saying? So the one thing I seen, man, like, when we keep seeing it all the time, man. Every time somebody stops Jordan, as for instance the Magic, he started working out that next day. He could have easily been like, you know what, I'm defeated. Let me.
He should, because he had a long summer. That's why he started working out the next day. He said, I got to do something with my time. I got a long summer.
So,
what happened to him the next season, to the Magic?
I don't know.
They got swept.
Sweet.
It happens. They had already they had already been there. They was like, we good.
I'm gonna use the same excuse everybody else uses. The Magic were young. That's all it was. They were just young.
No, I mean,
they were young.
He was young.
Yeah, they were young.
That Magic team was a good team, though. I mean, it's a good team.
Did the Magic go get Horace to beat the Bulls?
I don't remember.
This too, man. Jordan came from playing baseball, and now you playing like every other day, and does wear down on you. I mean, you seen it. He was shooting air balls and stuff.
Baseball, they play every day, bro. They play every day in baseball.
Yeah, but baseball shape and basketball shape is 2 different things, though.
I know that's what Jordan was trying to tell me, but me being a 2-sport athlete myself.
For a man to take off from playing baseball for 14 years, and then he goes in AA, and he's playing halfway decent.
I did it. I left Phuket practices and went straight to Coach Chandler's practices hitting home runs. It's no difference, man. I mean,
Pete, this is when you was 15, not 31. I can't get you to walk to the park with me.
Yeah, I ain't doing none of that now. It's a wrap. None of that. I hung him up.
When you was 15, you could do it.
Hey, hot dog. What was your thoughts on episode 7 and 8?
Well, I was pretty impressed with Michael Jordan. Didn't play baseball for 10 years, went straight in, hit 200 in AA. Not even playing in 10 years. That's pretty impressive to me. Going up against guys that were on their way to the league. But the whole thing about the Sonics, the only player I really remember is the Pippen Killer.
Deadlift Shrimp.
That's the only player I really remember from that Sonics team was the Pippen Killer. That's the only guy I really remember.
8 Pippins top off, didn't he?
Hey man, they spared Pippen because they could have showed him getting killed by Deadlift Shrimp.
Bro, I tell you, I remember as a kid that guy just beat him to death.
The big thing, man. Did y'all see how Pippen took a blow with this show? When they showed him quitting on the team and stuff?
Yeah.
Jerry Krause be like, now we know why we ain't paying you. Getting beat by guys from overseas.
Took a blow, man. Tony Kukoc stocked it up.
My thoughts on episode 7 and 8, Pete. I'm like you. It was a snooze fest, bro. Like really.
So far, I didn't like it really. I was very bored with it.
Yeah, we need some action in this next one, man.
I think the next one's gonna be, man. You got the Pacers in there, man, and we all know that Pacers team was really good, man. I think that Pacers team could compete with a lot of teams today.
So my
question is, did the Magic go get Horace Grant to beat the Bulls?
No, he left because of the contract. It's like something.
Yeah. because Jordan was already gone, so Horace Grant was tired of that situation. Yeah.
Jordan was already
He could have
gone.
got these meals after the game after MJ left.
Yeah, he got. I think it was like 5 years, $54 million after MJ left. Yeah,
Yeah.
my thing.
Funny story. Me and Q talked to Gary Payton when we was working the Big Three when it came to town, and Gary Payton said he was injured, and that's why that he couldn't guard Michael the whole series. That he was injured.
Stop it!
I bet.
His calf was injured. He looked good. He looked good on that documentary though. He didn't look good there.
That's a cortisone shot, bro. He had a cortisone shot. That's all that was.
He definitely looked perfectly fine.
Yeah.
That's all that was. But yeah, to piggyback off of Hot Dog and Pete, man, episode 7 was a snooze fest. I wasn't impressed. Y'all can miss me with this. He was out of shape, basketball shape, baseball shape. The stats, the numbers show that he was just as good in shape. Pete, bro,
He wasn't even good at baseball. He batted 200.
Pete, the first playoff game. The first play.
He went mute on me. I couldn't hear him.
I can't hear you, Keith. You went mute, bro. But
He hadn't played baseball for 12. He hadn't played baseball since he was in high school.
I ain't played baseball either. I bet I go hit better than 200.
I like to see you go double A right
And
now.
double A.
200.
I could go play for the Legends right now if I got in shape. If I got
light
in
work,
shape.
light work,
Hey man,
Light-
once your swing never changes, man.
light work. But now, like I was saying, Jordan came back, averaged 26 points per game throughout the regular season in 17 games. Missed me with that baseball shape. And then you then in the playoffs, you go 31, 6, and 5 and shoot 49% in the first round against the Hornets. Not only that, your first game you put up 48 in the first game. Missed me with that baseball stuff. And then in the second round series against the Orlando Magic, you put up a 38-point game, 39-point game, and you still averaging 31, 6, and 3. Missed me with that baseball shit, y'all.
But as the series went on, he got tired. Started to care about stuff.
Hey, Pete, guess what? Hey, Pete, guess what else though? Pete, guess what else, fam?
What's that?
In the elimination game against Orlando Magic, guess who the leading scorer was?
For the Bulls?
Yep,
Who was it?
Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen, man.
So you tell me how's the GOAT not even the leading scorer in an elimination game at your home state?
Bro, that lets you know he was worn down by then.
Now that lets you know he ain't got the killer instinct like y'all thought.
Yeah, man. He ain't no killer, man.
But wait a
the man
minute.
who has done this,
My question is, how did he only play 18 games and still finish top 10 MVP voting?
Cause of his name.
That's
makes
all
no
it
sense.
is, man.
Cause of his name alone. That's it, man. His name alone.
Name it's the man behind the name. He had
Okay.
he had to fill his name up.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it was the media, man, just trying to hype something that wasn't there, man. That was
I mean,
just hyping him up, you know.
a little fluff. That was a little fluff, man.
So Jones, let me ask you this real quick, Jones. So let's say the NBA season keeps going on. Should KD come back and play?
I think Kevin Durant should definitely come back and play, man. I feel like with the Nets where they at, for one, just like with the Jordan thing, man, he needs to get in some game shape. Ain't gonna be nothing like, get in game shape, get back and feel for the game, plus get that chemistry with the other players. I think he should come back, man. It'd be right time for playoffs. And then you never know, man. He could come back, man. Hey, you can't count the Nets out with Durant.
Yeah, you can.
No, you cannot.
Yeah, you can.
I definitely agree with Jones right there. Hey, KD come back to the Nets. If KD's 100%, he definitely needs to come back. And if KD comes back to the Nets, he'll take the Nets to the quarterfinals. Easily. And if they find the right matchup, they in trouble.
Well, first of all,
it also depends
the
on
first round
what everybody
is
else is doing right now, because all these people may not be working out and stuff.
So let me get this right, Jones. You cry and complain because Jordan came back 17 games, but you want KD to rush back and finish the rest of the season.
No, I'm just saying, man. I mean, I think he should for those reasons. Now, what happens during the season? I mean, it's a crapshoot. But to get game speed, get back in shape. Plus, he's on a brand new team, so he needs to build some kind of chemistry with him. I mean,
the chemistry's gonna be like this. ISO.
What about you, Keith? You think KD should come back?
Absolutely not. No way.
I think
it takes a long time for that Achilles to heal. He might come
It's
back.
been a year though,
He
man.
might get
It'll be
re-injured.
right around a year.
Yeah, man, he's good.
He might as well wait for the season.
He ain't big cuz, man. He's tougher than that, man. He ain't no UK
Right.
player, man. He's tougher
Who's he
than that.
gonna guard? He's not gonna be able to guard anybody. I don't care if he stays 100%. His mobility is still not gonna be where it used to be. If they gotta play Giannis in the Bucks, they'll get killed.
What? Oh
Right.
no.
Yeah, they will.
No.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah,
No.
kill
They
him.
will not.
Yes, they will.
Not.
Coming back off an Achilles, you think Giannis ain't gonna go at him? Giannis will kill him.
Man, KD
Right.
ain't worried about guarding Giannis in that paint.
Shit.
Giannis gonna be in some trouble out there on KD. I see it.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Giannis be out there talking about, oh, this ain't it. Oh, this ain't it.
It's different. It's different watching KD shoot some jump shots in the video and going out there and trying to guard somebody.
Man, this is KD, man. This is the second best player in the game right now.
If he was healthy, he'd be the best player in the game right now. But that's besides.
This is the second best player, healthy or not healthy.
He was on his way to being that top dog, but
Who was?
we got to get back from it. Durant.
Oh, no, now I was on KD's side till y'all start talking crazy. No.
Man. Yeah, I mean, LeBron came back. LeBron came back on a mission, man. Revenge tour. He came back.
You won this revenge tour.
He came back and meant business, man. Everybody was doubting him out. You know, the Cloud was having such a great season. LeBron came back and he meant business, man.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for Lakers fans. So.
What would you say? David said if KD comes back, I think it would show if him and Kyrie can work together. I don't think him and Kyrie can play together, but that's just my opinion. I don't think it's gonna work out.
I think that something they both got in common is they both dislike LeBron. So I think that's gonna keep them together.
What the hell they got to do
They
with
don't
play?
dislike LeBron, man. They love LeBron, man. They just competitors.
They got a common enemy.
They just know that by themselves they can't beat Bron, so they had to team up, man. I mean, it is what it is. We know what it is.
But like, what is that? What?
Yeah, they had to team up to beat Bron. They know they couldn't beat Bron by himself. KD on the team by himself can't beat Bron.
LeBron's not by himself because you know they got Anthony Davis too, right?
Yeah, he's a good role player, man.
He's the real savior.
Keep saying LeBron like LeBron's by himself. You don't do that in LA.
He's the real savior of the Lakers.
What about you, Hot Dog? You think KD should come back and play?
I really don't, man. This Achilles is probably the worst sports injury you can have. I know it's been a year, but I just don't like this Nets team. I don't like a team that Kyrie is leading. I just don't like this team. I think KD need to rest up and come back next year.
But listen to this. They got the right nucleus, man. They got DJ down there. They got Dwindle. You know what I'm saying? They got LeVert. They got a whole bunch of guys that can jump while they can rebound for KD and Kyrie. That's the perfect setup.
Man,
that's all they got to do is Jared Allen. All they got to do is rebound and kick it out. And kick it out, bro. They got three Robins. They got 3 Robins and 2 Jordans out there.
In my opinion, Karis LeVert is the best kept secret in the NBA.
You right about
Oh yeah. Nah, I like you. I like all my FanDuel
They
lineup.
got 3 Robins and 2 Jordans. They gonna win the championship then.
Exactly. That's what I was telling you.
They could. I want to get a glimpse of them now, man. They could be the team to come out the East, man. I mean,
no, they coming. They'll come out the East. If Kyrie was back and KD's 100%, Kyrie's 100%, they come out of the East. There's no question about it. There's no question about it.
Kyrie's right here talking to you, but his brain, his mind is way over there somewhere.
Yeah, he's a space cadet. He is. Kyrie's a space cadet. But when you put that ball in his hand, he's a wizard.
Yeah. Plus, Durant is a competitor, man. We know Durant's a competitor.
Durant can win ball games in the East by itself, man.
Easy.
Yeah.
Just like LeBron used to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Like Kawhi did this year.
That's what LeBron told him. He said, hey, guys, go check out that East if you want to get to the finals. Hey, you want to go to the finals? Go to the East.
That's what me and Jones been saying this whole time.
What's that?
The East was a cakewalk. I'm not gonna front you. That's why LeBron went to what? How many he go to straight? 6?
9.
8 straight.
8 straight.
8 straight. He went to the East. And then he told everybody else on his what you call it, the banana boat trip. He said, "Hey guys, you want to go to the finals? Shit, I'm ready to go to the West. Go to the East."
That's what everybody.
Huh?
Kawhi came to the East for 1 year, didn't he?
And what he do, Jones? What he do, Jones?
He won it all, didn't he?
He got
Without a
lucky.
sweat.
He got
Y'all
lucky.
talking about Kyrie?
I
What
wouldn't
you
call
when
it
he
luck.
goes up against Kimba? Kimba smashes him in the
Kimba who?
finals.
Man,
Kimba
Kimba
Walker
can't.
smashed him.
Kimba. Okay, Kimba's good. Don't get me wrong. Kimba's good, but Kimba's like a Connie store coach bag. You know what I'm saying? It looked like it's good,
Oh,
but it ain't real. Kyrie's the real thing. Kyrie's the coach bag you get from the coach store, man. I'm telling you. Kimba's like
Kyrie's a wizard with that ball. He's got that ball in the string.
Kyrie will tear Kimba to pieces. He'll turn him to
I
pieces.
think Kimba Walker's a better team player though.
He's a better teammate. He is.
I think he's a better team player. I think Kyrie's the better individual one-on-one. That's why he wanted to do that New York street ball thing. But Kimba Walker is the better team player. You can see how they gel with the Celtics.
Kimba would take Boston far.
There wasn't a whole lot of
Kyrie
gelling
ever
over there, man. When Kyrie was over there.
But you got to understand what you saying that Kimba would take them farther. Yeah, because Jason Tatum is that much better now.
I mean,
You know, Brown is that much better now. You see what I'm saying?
How good that was with Kyrie.
Right. We never got to see that. And then Gordon is back. Gordon Hayward.
Hey, Keezy, jump on in here because I'm not tired of hearing them two with this love fest for Kyrie. Go jump on in there.
I mean, you saw the difference between the Boston Celtics in 1 year, and it's not because they got that much better. It's because Kimba passing the ball. That's the first thing.
Plus, Gordon Hayward's healthy now.
He was healthy last year.
No, he wasn't healthy.
He was not making that much difference on that team.
What? He's averaging like 18 points a game.
He averaged 13 last year.
Hey, and they lost 20 games by less than 5 points.
He would have averaged 18 last year if Kyrie would have passed him the ball.
Man, Kyrie can't pass none of them, man.
It's because Kyrie ain't trying.
Guy, man.
Kyrie ain't trying to pass
What do
the
you
ball.
think about Kimba Walker and Kyrie, man? What's your opinion on it? I'm tired of listening to these two.
I'm trying to listen to him too. To me, Kyrie Irving will never ever win another championship. It's as simple as that. Kyrie Irving, his one and only championship came with LeBron James because that's the type of player Kyrie has to play with. Kyrie has to play with another facilitator. Kevin Durant is not a facilitator. Kyrie is an ISO ball player to the death, and he needs somebody to set up the offense and just get him shots. Okay, he ain't getting Kyrie shots like that, bro. So it's not gonna work. Kimba can play on ball and off ball. He's not worried about that. Also, Kimba's a great facilitator. I mean, you got to think about it like this: what teammates did Kimba have in Charlotte that he could get the ball to get him a bucket? Nobody. So he had no choice but to play ISO ball. Kyrie has who?
Now,
Who?
Walker did have the Wildcat killer Kaminsky throwing down to in the paint.
So like I said,
Come on, B. Dodson.
I'm about to mute his mic. I'm about to mute his mic. Don't worry about it. But yeah. But Kyrie has had the fortune and the advantage of having LeBron, Kevin Love, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Like, come on, bro. And you still can't do nothing with all these players. Come on, man. Clearly, Kyrie is huh?
He doesn't need nobody to set him up. He's good at creating his own shot.
Yeah, that's his gift and his curse though, is that he can do that so much that he forgets that he got other teammates. I don't know if you remember this, Petey, when there was the Cavs was playing the Utah Jazz. I think you might remember this. And Kyrie had 0 assists. And LeBron put him to the side and said, "You can't have another game like that. Like as a point guard, you should never finish the game with 0 assists." And that's who Kyrie Irving is.
Right.
Well, he'll get you one.
It'll be by mistake.
Ball flew out of his hand.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be because the ball slipped out of his hands. He's like, "Oh damn, my bad."
I don't know if everybody caught that cue, man. You sneak this and Durant. I ain't like that.
What I say?
You said Kyrie won't win another championship. He needs a player like LeBron. Do you know who Kevin Durant is? Kevin Durant's gonna get him some more rings before he go up out his NBA career is over.
He's not gonna get him playing with Kyrie Irving.
He ain't gonna get playing with Kyrie.
I don't know why.
I feel like that's the biggest mistake KD made was trying to go play with.
Hey man, I for real think they could have won.
He almost reserved with Westbrook, and Kyrie is better than Westbrook. Kyrie's better than Westbrook. I mean, he hit that big shot in the finals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Westbrook can't even get out the first round.
I'm gonna tell you this: when
Yeah,
Kyrie
Paul
and
George
Durant,
couldn't get out the first round.
when Kyrie and Durant come back and they both healthy,
Okay,
just
let me
just watch
let me
the
let me
show.
ask y'all. Let me ask y'all this real quick. If this is a huge if, this is a hypothetical, so you know what I'm saying. If the Nets play the Lakers, who's winning that series? Keezy.
Lakers.
Pete.
Lakers.
Hot dog.
Don't even ask me.
Lakers sweep.
Don't ask me. No.
Okay, so let's say the Nets play the Clippers. Who wins that series? Keezy.
Clippers.
Petey.
Nets.
Jones.
Clippers, man. I ain't gonna play with Pete.
Hot dog.
Clippers.
So what the hell are you talking about? So those are the two best teams in the West, Jones, and you just sat here and said the Lakers and the Clippers are gonna beat the Nets. So what the hell are you talking about?
No,
The
I said,
Nets.
I said,
The
I
Nets
said,
win
they,
that series,
I
man.
said they could get to the finals. They still gotta have a tough road. I'm saying the Nets could get to the finals. Like he can get them from the middle of the pack out of the East into the finals.
No,
I ain't saying they was
no,
gonna win
you
it this
said
year.
rings.
You said rings. You
No,
said rings.
I said Durant will win some rings before it's all said and done. Who knows, man? LeBron man only got 2 years.
You're right, but that's why I brought up the Clippers because they're a little bit younger, and that Paul George, Kawhi might be the next 3-4 years. So now what?
I'm saying, I mean, the Clippers would lose to the Nets. I mean, the Clippers will beat the Nets this year, but next year, who knows? I mean,
I know who knows. Well, when we he turn his mic off. When we tell you who knows, this guy right here knows. What's up, legend?
You
Be
know,
legend.
I've been listening to this
what's up,
bullshit
legend?
for the last 30 minutes. I can't take it. I wasn't gonna come on the damn show. I was gonna let y'all have y'all moment. But first of all, Peter, you a damn fool. Ain't no fucking way that Kevin Durant need to come back and play. Ain't no fucking way to win a championship. You
Hey,
out of
they'll
your
be there.
damn mind. Ain't no way.
They ain't winning this.
No, B ain't there. You motherfucker.
Hey, now
I'm not
I'm
there.
saying,
I'm not there.
I'm saying
Chris
the
Jones,
Nets will
you
be
sound like
there.
a
The
fool.
Nets will be there.
The
The
Nets
No,
could
Nets will
get there.
not be nowhere with Kyrie
Man,
hurt.
if Kawhi Leonard took the Toronto
And
Raptors to the finals, you think Kevin Durant
they're
and
not gonna beat. They not gonna beat Milwaukee. Milwaukee got too
man,
much
Milwaukee might
firepower.
win one game.
We try to tell him that, B.
Oh, you sound crazy.
Milwaukee
Kawhi did it
might
last
win
You
year.
one
sound
game.
crazy.
Might win one
Kawhi did
game.
it last year, man.
Might win one game. You sound ludicrous, man.
I'm
What's
trying.
wrong with you?
Man, there's too many big bodies down there that the Nets have to throw up against the Greek Freak. I mean, Levert can guard him. DJ can guard him.
If
Y'all act
you
like
guard the
y'all act
Greek
like y'all don't know
freak,
who Durant is, man. Because the man been gone for a year. Y'all must have forgot. Did y'all forget?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Levert, Levert
we ain't
cannot guard
forgot.
the Greek freak.
Hey man,
Come on, man.
LeBron already
Peter,
knew who.
something wrong, man.
LeBron already knew who he was gonna play in the finals if Durant came back and was 100%. Kyrie stayed healthy, man. He already knew he was gonna play the Nets, man.
That's been the feud. That's been the feud for years.
Hey,
Kyrie and LeBron.
So Pete, if LeBron was gonna play the Nets, who's gonna win that series?
Oh, the Lakers will win.
Yeah, I forgot.
You know we the Lakers fans, baby. We here.
I mean, because
But
I
then
thought
people
you were
say
coming.
why. That other guy over there, I don't
Because
know. He don't like to claim the Lakers. He just keeps saying LeBron. I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
Well, Jones, you wrong though. He don't need to come back. You wrong.
He
All
he
this
I
don't.
agree. I
Thank
agree,
you
legend.
for the season.
If
Why would he come back? Let's
if
go.
he's 100%, why not? Because
Come back, man. Get it.
Why should he?
he's a NBA. He's a professional basketball
They're
player.
not gonna win, man. They're not gonna win. Why would he come back?
There's
Why
no
They can
point
Jordan?
win
in
some.
Why did Jordan come back
risking
then?
injury for the Nets. They're not
Why
going to win.
Jordan come back?
He was
They can
playing
win
They
the East.
wasn't
baseball,
gonna-
Pete. It ain't like he was
I
hurt.
think
He
they
was playing
can. I think they
baseball.
can win the East. I think they can win the East.
I'm
I
not.
think
I'm not having.
with all this
This is
going
a
on, man.
biased
This
conversation.
series plays in his favor.
He said he ain't having a biased conversation.
This is a biased conversation. This is why we not on this. That's why we on another day. It's a haterade. It's a haterade group, and we got the real group is on. You know, this is unbelievable. If you
Hey,
got
man.
that hater right there in the top right, what?
Hey, man. So
What?
who wins the East, B Legend? Who wins the East? You predicted Kawhi last year. Who's gonna win it this year?
East?
Who
Yeah,
wins the East?
Oh man, you know who gonna win
the
the East?
Bucks.
Milwaukee gonna win the East.
Man, the Bucks only won one playoff
No.
series together.
And the Bucks are gonna win the East hands down.
They won one
No
playoff
question.
series together.
Who gonna beat them? Who gonna
I
beat
like
them?
Boston.
I think
gonna be-
Boston will with Durant.
Philly's gonna give them a run for their money. Philly's gonna give them a run for their money. Oh yeah.
Man, y'all don't understand the mission that the freak on. Over. He's done.
I mean, he was doing that last year, wasn't he?
The Greek Freak cannot win a championship by itself.
I didn't say he's gonna win the championship. I said that he's gonna win the East.
He don't even win the East. He can't win the East by
We
itself.
already know who's gonna win. We already know who's gonna win the championship.
That's right, Lakers gang. Yeah, that's right. Bang bang, Laker gang. Cuter, Peter, Beater, Weeder, Bronner, Brycer.
Nope.
Zurder. Yeah, we there.
Nope. None of y'all there.
No, we there.
None
of y'all there.
You ain't that cute for sure. None of y'all is there. Y'all just jock ride.
Hey man, watch his Lakers warm up. I pull off after we win it.
Oh my God!
You gonna say Davis
If I see you in one PD, I'm gonna rip it off.
Yeah, man. Davis on the back, I'm
gonna rip it off you and take it off.
No, man, we there, man.
And you know what? PD, your brother is sponsored by Jordan. He'll be a disrespectful.
We sponsored by the brand.
You sponsored by Jordan.
We sponsored by the brand.
You see Kingsley shoe,
man.
He got see that man shoe up there.
Yeah, man, he got a great brand.
Oh, he got a what?
A great brand. That's what made him.
Oh, I thought you said a fake brand.
Nah, he got a great brand.
That's what
made Jordan his
brand.
Made
brand.
You know he's a hater, man.
He didn't make the brand. Nike made the brand. Jordan, the brand made Jordan what he is.
Oh my God!
You take
oh Lord have mercy,
Jordan, man.
You take
you know what, BD? You know what? Hey, Q, you a smart dude, man. You a smart dude to have PD on here. You must be doing this for rating. This don't make no sense. Nike made the brand. Jordan didn't make the brand. Nike made it, huh?
Nike made the brand, man. Nike was taking off, man. Nike was taking off, man. That's just like iPhone made Apple. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. Kind of philosophy.
Yeah, man, it is what it is. Hey, I just speak the real. I just speak the truth.
Hey, man, somebody turn PD's mic off. Just shut PD out.
Nah, man. keep going, Pete.
You gotta keep PD on. PD make the show.
Keep going, Pete.
Nah, man, I just tell y'all what it is, man. See, the thing is, y'all clouded, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all clouded.
What?
Y'all clouded, man.
You the only one got cloud over.
I ain't got no cloud. I see
Tony Parker, top 5 point guard of all time.
I know, and then they didn't put him on the pyramid. You see the pyramid I sent today?
No, nobody seen it.
Nobody seen it?
No, I'm scared.
Nobody seen it.
They had Vince Carter on the pyramid, and Tony Parker wasn't on there. It's amazing.
That's about right.
You know, one of them two motherfuckers need to be on the. What's wrong with you?
The show, man.
What's wrong with you? There's no pyramid that will have Vince Carter and Tony Parker. What is wrong?
That's what I said when I didn't see Tony Parker on there. I was amazed, man.
I don't know why it's a pyramid anyway. It's only one goat. It's only a few when they at the top.
It was two up there. It was two up there. It was two up there.
Well, Petey, who else is on pyramid, Petey? Why would I ask this?
They had Iverson in the bottom tier. They had LeBron and Jordan at the top, of course. They had Kobe in the second tier, which was kind of questionable. Plus, he was in the middle because they had Jabbar.
He should have been at the top.
Nah, he should have been more towards the front of the second tier. But you know what I'm saying?
Like 1A and Jordan.
Nah, they had LeBron at 1A and Jordan at 1B.
You said Kareem? They had Kareem, didn't they?
They had Kareem on the second tier. They had him on the second tier.
I thought it was Jordan and Kareem at the top.
Nah, it was Jordan. It was Jordan and LeBron.
Nah, it was Jordan and LeBron at the top. Don't worry. It was Jordan and LeBron at the top. Yeah.
It should have been just Jordan and Kareem.
Nah, it was Jordan at LeBron at the top. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, man.
Who made that now?
I might have had a hand in that one. I might have had a hand in that one.
I accept. As long as I know it's from you, Petey, I accept that ignorant.
Hey, man.
He tried to make it go viral, man. Ain't nobody sharing that nonsense.
I don't know, man.
Ain't nobody.
I don't know now.
Well, you got five. Hey, you got five people sitting on here. Who else agree with Pete?
Hey, man.
I do.
Put your hand
I
down,
know
Q.
you
I
do.
can't think
I
with
know
the
you
whole
gonna say that,
brain,
Q.
man. Y'all can't think with the whole brain, man. Me and
Oh,
Q, me and Q,
we only using part of our brain, huh?
me and Q's on the same way. We think alike. I don't know
Hey,
if
Q,
we was
Q,
raised in the
for him
same
to say
era
that, Q,
and
you
we
should
was
take that as
twins.
disrespect for him saying that. That y'all on the same wavelength. Do you want to be associated with that? There we go. Y'all gotta have y'all Brian Station. Y'all gotta have
That's
that
ain't
Brian
for me.
Station moment every show, don't y'all?
Oh man.
Every show, y'all gotta have that.
Oh man,
You
it.
smart. You smart though, Q. That's a good move, man. I understand why you got that brother on the show, man. Much love to Petey, man. Petey, but man, much love to him. You crazy as hell, man. Ain't worth the time and the energy. But I'm gonna let you live.
All right, man. I appreciate that, B Legend, man. But I'm telling you,
I'm gonna let you live, man. I'm gonna get off y'all show, man. I just had to get on there, man, cause y'all just. Hey, Chris, I ain't got to you yet. I'm gonna get to you later. I'm gonna get to you later, Chris. I'm gonna let you live today, Chris. I'm gonna get to you later.
Hey man, we like this, baby. Don't forget that, Ness.
hey, man, we out here,
Now,
man.
on this conversation, ain't got nothing to do with like got to
Oh,
do with the ignorant statements you make.
Oh man, yo well.
I keep it real.
All right, y'all be good. I'll holler at
All
you.
right, B
All right,
Legend.
All
man.
right,
Later,
B.
Ness.
Oh man, yo well. But we got last topic of the day, man. For everybody who's watching, click the link in the comment section if you want your comments to pop up during the show. I've seen a lot of people comment while we was conversating. But in order to have them pop up during the show, make sure you click that link, the StreamYard link, and we'll post it and everybody can comment and whatnot. But the last topic of today's show was brought to my attention yesterday, man. Conversation I was having with somebody. They were basically in the Beyond the Game group chat. It got started by Willie Mays, and the conversation went from Jordan and LeBron to a conversation about why don't more African American kids focus on baseball the same way that they do on basketball and football. Uh, Dotson, you said you wanted to take the lead on this one, so go ahead, hot dog. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, I thought the conversation was soccer, not baseball.
Yeah, soccer as
No,
well. Soccer,
yeah, that's why I said baseball and soccer.
Okay.
baseball and soccer.
Yeah.
Well, my son's been playing soccer since he's 3 years old, and
Yeah, man. He's a
a lot
star
of the
too, man.
times
He's a
it's
star.
been all year round.
Mm-hmm.
And he's 8 now, going on 9, and I think only one team he's ever played on, there was one African American kid on his team.
Mm-hmm.
So I dug a little deeper, man, and the basic root, and I have to agree with this, is a lot of people, it's a stereotype. You think about it, a lot of people think that soccer is for Latino people,
Yep.
and I just don't think that soccer or baseball attracts like basketball and football. Like football, basketball is more glamorous as is soccer or baseball. And I think that's what it comes down to. It's a stereotype, and it's just not as glamorous to everyone as a soccer or a baseball is.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're 100% right. I agree with you, hot dog. I mean, and it's a crazy that there's stereotypes like that because the best soccer players are their average height is 5'10", 5'11",
Yeah,
ran at
if not,
170, 180.
if less than that.
Yeah, so when it comes to the Hispanics or the Mexicans, it's the bigger ones that actually succeed in soccer. Whereas the average American here, because most of us is in that height, we would be probably
Yeah,
great at soccer, but it's really like you said, the stereotype and the more about the popularity, man, it's not really popular.
I just think that I just don't think soccer will ever be as popular here as it is over in Europe or in Mexico. I
No.
just don't think it's, and baseball is losing its popularity year by year by year. Nobody wants to play
But they don't
baseball no more.
I
You
mean,
I've
gonna
heard from a lot of people. Petey, you can probably comment on this. People say that baseball is the hardest sport to play.
you know,
it,
and I let me piggyback off that. The reason that I think a lot of African Americans do not play baseball is because mentally they can't deal with failure. Okay.
Mm.
You fail you fail more times than you succeed in baseball. In baseball, you get on base 3 out of 10 times, you consider the legend. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once you get to the
Yeah.
majors. In youth sports, you know, a lot of kids they just can't cope with not being a like you might go a whole game and you get one ball hit to you and you strike out 3 times. Well,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You might have caught the ball in the air and turned a double play that won the game, but inevitably you thinking about your time to shine at the plate and you struck out 3 times. You see what I'm saying? So
You know,
they
Petey,
can't.
my son. I'm sorry, man. Go
Now
ahead.
go
I'm
ahead,
sorry.
go ahead. I'm listening.
My son played baseball for a few years, and he was pretty good at it. But you know, he was a shortstop. He would turn double plays every game. He would get outs. But all my son would think about on the way home, I didn't hit the ball. I didn't hit
That's
the
it.
ball. And I
That's
try to
it.
I
explain
mean,
to him.
I think it's
I
that
try to
more that
explain to him. I'm like,
popularity, though, man.
you made the game. You made the play of the day. You made the double plays. No ball ever got past the kid. But all he would talk about is I can't hit the ball. That's all he
Right.
would talk about. That's all he focused on.
Right.
And
But you got
he
to
was
understand this
You
too.
he
you
wasn't good.
go ahead, Jones. I'm
Like,
listening.
Pete, you play baseball, right?
Right.
So you understand, and I play baseball, but you understand the aspect of it. 3 out of 10 times you get on base. So if they was to get in that culture, they would understand it. So I don't think it would be much as the mental aspect of it.
See the
I just
thing,
think
nah, it's
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 more
it's definitely
popularity, man.
mentally, it's mental with kids because kids they feel that they failed and they strike out and then they want to start crying and things like that. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
mean, you got
then
to think of it
it
like
but
this,
it
man.
but in baseball, you might like I say, you might not get a ball. If you playing in the outfield, you might not get a ball the whole game. So every time you come up to the plate, the pressure is compounded. A lot of African Americans can't deal with a lot of pressure and mentally it beats them up. You know what
I
I'm
mean, you
saying?
got to
Because
start at the top, man. The commissioner of the MLB has got to do a better job at marketing and coming up with something to make it more popular. Because they done turn football around, basketball, they're more marketable. That's what it is. Because I mean, coming up through school, if a guy played on the baseball team, I may walk past him in the hallway and may not know him.
Right.
Yeah.
right.
Keezy, let me throw this question to you.
Everybody who's on the basketball team.
Well,
Keezy, let me throw this to you. Not to cut you off, Jones. Ozone said because they're taking baseball from the inner city, people got to know there are more levels to making baseball than any other sports in the U.S. Do
Right.
you feel that's a tribute to it because they've taken it away from the inner city?
What does he mean
I
by that?
mean,
More
that's
levels.
part
What
of
does he
it,
mean?
but
Because
as a culture,
No,
we
it's
go with
more
what we
levels,
see.
man.
And we
Some
see
people
people
say
play, we see people
it's
playing
harder to get to
football,
pro.
basketball all day long, every day. You'll never hear nobody say, I want to be Hank Aaron. I want to be Willie Mays. I want to be LeBron.
That's
I
part of
want
it
to be
too,
Steph
man.
Curry. I want to be Jordan. I want to be Odell. Nobody ever says anything about baseball.
I mean, when's the
Soccer is
last time
not
we
a
had a baseball
popular
star?
sport in the United States. It's never been. I don't know if it's ever going to be as popular as it is
Right.
everywhere else, but
I mean, it was when Ken Griffey was playing. Ken Griffey, I mean, he had his own signature shoe.
What about that, Pete? You can't hide in baseball.
you can't
correct.
hide
It's
because
not.
when you step in the box, you're the only person in there. You see what I'm saying? So it's just you versus the pitcher. That's it. There's nobody else. So if like I say, if you go 0 for 3 at the plate and then you don't get a ball in the outfield, like you feel like you failed. And then you look at basketball, football, and even soccer. Well, only in some positions on soccer that you can score, but basketball and football, you can make an impact each play. You see what I'm saying? You can have an impact on the outcome of the game each play. In baseball, you might not. You might go 2 games and not have an impact on the outcome of the
Right.
game. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
a lot of kids at a younger age, especially with I don't, but the ADHD, these kids always have to be doing something. And in baseball, it's time for your mind to wander. Believe me, I play baseball a lot. I done got hit in the head with a ball a few times. One time I was looking at the ice cream truck.
I
Q and
believe
Willie can attest to that. Ice cream truck was coming down. I'm looking at the ice cream truck because I wanted one of them strawberry shortcakes out there. And the ball had not been hit to me all game. Ball hit to me right there, splits me in the top of my head. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, Keezy, let me ask you this. As far as African Americans, the comment right there says lack of superstar athletes are affecting the sport. Growing up, everybody wanted to be Ken Griffey Jr., Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, et cetera, et cetera.
Frank
No
Thomas.
athletes with that kind of star power right now. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean,
That's
that's
another thing
exactly
that's
right.
right.
Like I said, there's nobody that a kid really wants to be that's in the major league right now.
There's nobody relatable. That's what it is.
I mean,
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
and
it's
that
just
goes back to the commission.
Well, wait a minute. What about Jose Altuve, little guy from the Astros?
I'm saying, is he on any?
But he's
commercials?
Hispanic.
Does he
He's
have
not
tennis
African
shoes?
American.
Oh,
We
my
don't
bad.
have
We're
nobody.
talking-
I mean, it ain't even got to be African American. We don't literally have nobody on commercials. Nobody has no tennis shoes. I mean, we don't see it
Aaron
like
Judge?
we used to. Who?
Aaron Judge, the best power hitter in the league right now.
Yeah, but that goes back to what Jones was saying is that baseball doesn't market him that much to put him out there to where young black kids is like, man, I want to be like him. I want to play baseball like him.
At the top with the
What
commissioner.
did the comment mean? Different levels. What did that mean?
Yeah, Ozon, if you still watching, comment on that. Go ahead, Pete.
You have what's called the Grapefruit League, which is a farm league A system. You have rookie ball, which has 3 teams. Then you go to the A League. Then you got the
okay,
B.
I understand.
Then you got Triple A.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Then you
It's
got the
actually
major.
easier to make it in pro than baseball.
And some teams might have two teams at the A level. You see what I'm saying? The single A level.
I understand,
They might
yeah.
have 2 teams. Plus you got 3 teams on rookie ball up under that. You know, they got the Grapefruit League. They got a couple other leagues that's done here in
Cactus
Florida.
League.
Yeah, they got leagues like that you would play in. So you can get drafted. That's why the draft is like, Willie can attest to this. Willie was drafted a couple times, 60-something rounds. You see what I'm saying?
I mean,
If
think
not
of it like
more.
this, though. Think of it
So-
like this. He said that's his name, Aaron Trout, right? Trout, but he played for the Phillies.
Mike Trout.
Mike Trout. Don't
Mike
disrespect that $170 million man.
They said Mike Trout may be the best player ever to play baseball. Like when you look at his stats, they say his stats
Absolutely
is comparable
not.
to the greatest.
I think
mean,
I
that's what
would.
they say. For when he started it off at his age, they say he's on pace to really be something great. But nobody's marking him. We don't know.
He'll be the greatest angel of all time.
No, they say he's best.
50 rounds in the baseball draft.
Yeah, so but hold on. We get too far off topic. So let's narrow it back down, you know what I'm saying, to the real reasons as to why more African American kids don't focus on baseball. Like what's the main I get what you saying, Jones, with the marketing and everything else. But
Even bringing it down to a smaller level, if we just don't have the leagues and stuff. I mean,
Hey, I think it goes to what Petey
lot of
said.
the leagues-
It could be 2 games before you have an impact. There could be one game you don't do nothing. I guess
to get them
boring,
started
man.
in it. I mean,
I have to agree with Petey on that.
football, basketball, like there's really no baseball no more. Parks and Rec ain't got it going on. I mean, they barely had football, so baseball's pretty much non-existent. So you got to do travel ball. So that kind of hurts the kids right there. And I mean, I don't really even hear them, talking about soccer at all.
so
Hey, I just
Pete,
thought of this too.
Go ahead.
Baseball is played during the summertime. A lot of kids, man, they just want to go outside, do whatever they want. They don't want to be playing organized sports in their summer, their free time.
yeah, that's what Ozon just said. But before I do that, Pete, I'm gonna throw this up to you. We got a female up here watching the show. Shout out to you, Stephanie. Appreciate you watching the show. But to change that, kids have to be put in baseball to give them a chance to make it. So there are black kids that look up to pro players. What's your thoughts on that, Petey?
I mean, that's why, Northern Baseball has the RBI program, and some kids might play for as little as $25, $35. You know what I'm saying? There's leagues out here that's taking steps to get kids into the game of baseball. But the thing is, parents have to commit. Kids don't take themselves to games. And a lot of parents are so used to having basketball where if your kid is good at basketball, he has the ball in his hand 80% of the time and he's getting buckets. Or in football, where your son's the running back and he gets the ball and he scores a touchdown. Then you come to baseball and your son strikes out 3 times and misses 2 fly balls and they lose. Then what? You see what I'm saying? Then the parents be like, well, he ain't that good at baseball, because parents don't understand that you fail more than you succeed at baseball. So then they pull their kids out of baseball. You see what I'm saying?
Got you.
And
Got you.
that's the main thing that we run into.
Got you.
Because,
Thing on that, especially like the youth sports when you coming up, who are the coaches? Like people our age are the coaches and stuff like that now. And I didn't, Petey played baseball, but everybody else is more, everybody else like basketball, football.
And Willie touched on it on a good point. It's expensive to play baseball, especially when you come up, because you might. I was on a team before where didn't nobody let me use their bat. You see what I'm saying? Where I had to get my own. My mom had to go out and get my own $186 bat. And this is back in
$186.
Yeah, this is back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like,
deposit.
Yeah. So and then on top of that, I had to get a good glove because you can go to Walmart and buy a glove and all that, but once you get up in levels, the velocity on the ball it'll tear through that glove. You see what I'm saying?
You
So
got to get the
now
real
my
good.
mom had to go out and buy me a $200 glove that I kept from the time that I was 11 till I still play softball with it. You see what I'm saying? And I'm 30. I'm 36 years old. So you got to invest in it. Plus, baseball leagues, football. You can play football in Lexington for about $65, I believe, in Parks and Rec. Baseball, they have all of these other leagues. It's $135, $150. You see what I'm saying?
65 just for registration.
Yeah, a lot of parents are not going to invest that $150 on top of that just to play in a league. You know what I'm saying? Where you have to practice 4 times a week because parents have to make that commitment. You practice 4 times a week and you play 2. So that's 6 out of 7 days. Where if you're on a good team, 6 out of 7 days of the week, a parent is just not going to commit that at this time. They're not going to commit to it.
Hey, Pete, hold on. I'm gonna get to some of these comments here, Pete, because man, you want to roll with this one. So I'm gonna keep it going with you. I want to piggyback off of something Keezy said. He was talking about the coaches. Do you think also that there's not enough black baseball youth coaches? Is that a problem as well?
It just depends on the league that you go to. But at the same time, like I say, again, us as black men, we have to make that commitment. We have to commit 6 days for 2 hours a day out of a 7-day week, plus work on top of that, plus raise a family. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, I
Because
played at Douglas Park, man, and the whole league was pretty much black, coaches and everybody.
yeah,
And that's
now,
kind of our
now,
level.
now when we
I
was
think
coming
it's
up, Jones, we had leagues like that. But now
we
you don't
had
have
leagues,
you
man.
don't have leagues like that because
No, we don't have leagues.
because
But we
brothers,
had stars too. Ken Griffey was on TV. Barry
right,
Bonds, we had stars. We had schools.
Frank Thomas
You
and
know,
all
it
of
made
them.
us want to play
Hey man,
baseball.
you remember 1998? The whole summer we were glued to our TV seeing what Sammy and Mark McGuire were
Yeah,
doing.
we watching Sammy Sosa
Exactly.
and Mark
We were
McGuire hit
glued to
home
the
runs.
TV.
Okay, let me get to some more of these comments real quick, man. Pete, I'm gonna keep throwing it over to you first because out of all 5 of us, you probably played the most baseball, had played at the higher level of baseball.
I ain't do nothing. I ain't do nothing. I wasn't
Speaking
in
of
there.
expensive, because you guys said that baseball was expensive. Stephanie said parents buy their kids expensive Jordans or clothes but can't invest in sports. Is that what it boils
That's
down to also?
that's right. I mean, you got kids that'll come to the park and they'll have on Jordan shorts, Jordan shirt, and some Jordan cleats. But then at the same time, you might look good, but that don't mean you're gonna play good in baseball. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can look good and you can have your
But I know what
swag
you
up
said. You said
and you boost your morale, you boost your confidence. But when you step on the field, if you trash, it's gonna show. And and
Mm.
and, and not but I just gotta call it how it is. A
Go
lot of
ahead.
black kids, don't like being playing second fiddle to the white kids because the white kids actually invest time into it. Their dads throw baseball with them. They go to the cage and hit by themselves. Plus they practice. You got a lot of fathers that's committing that time. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, it's expensive, and you got to commit a lot of time to be good at baseball.
The
And
Petey.
take time, man. You can't practice by yourself.
can't
I,
practice
I, I'm
baseball by
glad you.
yourself.
I'm glad you said that. Somebody had just commented. Dave Reese. He said baseball's harder to just go outside and pick up a game. You can go to the courts one-on-one play all day, but in baseball you need a lot more players.
That's
What
that's
are y'all thoughts
absolutely
on
true.
that?
That's
I
absolutely
dribbled I dribbled the whole
That's
cover
absolutely
off of
true.
basketball one summer. That
yeah,
was just
Oh
me.
wow.
I mean,
and
the
still
thing
turn the ball over all season.
we got to legends, man. We used to be 10, 15
Hey,
deep.
So
be legend, son,
Hey
played.
Petey.
yeah, that's why I wanted to get B in here. What are your thoughts about why don't more black kids play baseball?
Go ahead and give me my credit, B.
I can't hear nothing he's saying.
He ain't saying nothing.
No, I'm at to throw him out for a
He
second.
ain't.
But
I'm pretty
Hey
sure he's
Petey.
gonna agree with
So
me because his son's team actually just played in the World Series. You see what
yeah,
I'm saying? So you have
Yeah.
15
That's all
kids
you
that's
see.
playing in the World Series, that's traveling and all of this, and they played many places and they was really good. And just I mean, B can attest to it. I say he probably spent over
That's
five
good well
thousand
too.
dollars just in the All Star summer for that baseball for that travel team.
yeah.
I mean,
So
look
let
how he
me
got
get.
his son into
And
baseball.
oh wait
yeah,
a minute. Hey, I gotta ask Petey a
just
question real quick. So
uh-huh,
you played all sports, right? But would you
right.
say baseball is the hardest sport you played?
Basketball was the hardest sport for me. Baseball came
That's
naturally.
only because he was no good in basketball.
Basketball,
Baseball was easy.
But
basketball. Hey Jones, I did start over you my freshman year though.
Hey, talk to you,
You
B.
believe leave it. But we gonna leave that for a different day. Okay, we gonna leave that. We gonna leave that for a different day, Jones. We gonna leave that, Jones. I come
You
out.
was crying when you went in. You knew you weren't supposed to go in.
No, I would come to the bench and do you like Jordan used to do Horace Grant, move down a little bit. Yeah, but we gonna leave that for a different day.
We gonna leave that for a different day.
Yeah, but
you
like I said, basketball was the hardest sport for me because I mean, yeah, I was
so good,
I was decent. I was decent.
All right, legend. Go. What's your take on it, legend?
Baseball though. No, you was a beast of baseball.
We still can't hear you, man. Still can't hear you.
Can't hear legend, man.
Yeah, I can't hear nothing he's saying. Go ahead, Pete.
I mean, but most kids.
I mean, cause the simple fact.
Go ahead, Jones.
His son, man. You know, B Legend's son got into baseball. I know he's probably, you know, being black, probably one of very few.
And he's one of the best in the city, though. That's the kicker. You know what I'm saying? That's because B Legend has invested that fatherly time and invested that money into his son. You can tell, you can look at a kid and see if they're good at baseball, and then you could tell it's crazy because you can gauge how much a father's involved with a kid just by watching them on the field.
Let me ask you another question.
At this though, it even goes back to high school. If somebody hit a game-winning shot in high school, it'll be on the front page of the Herald Leader. But let something happen with baseball, it's only gonna be a little bit. I
don't know now because my cousin threw a no-hitter in the district and he was on the front page of the sports page, bro.
You talking about Q?
Did you hear me?
Yes, Q was on the front page of the sports page.
So I can hear you now, B. So go ahead and chime in your thoughts on this as well.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's the deal.
Go ahead and give me my credit, though.
The first reason why is it's too expensive. It costs too much. Like for the summer, last summer for him, I had to spend $10,000.
Told you.
In the summer.
Yeah.
Summer. Hey, now that is the summer. Now that includes everything. That's fees, that's travel, that's food, that's equipment, that's training, that's everything. So the biggest thing is that it prices people out.
Mm-hmm.
People they're not gonna spend that money. All you gotta do is go buy a couple pair of LeBrons and some flip flops, and you ready to go.
And a backpack, yeah.
And you ready to go.
Yeah.
That's one part of it. The other part of it is in AAU. You know, a lot of that stuff is sponsored by somebody sponsoring these kids. Now, don't get me wrong. As the team, you can go out here and raise money and do all the things that need to be done. You know, and we do a little bit of that too. But, you know, if you think about it big picture, you know, that's just a lot of money that you spend. That's the first reason. The second reason is that, you know, because it's out of the you know, the inner cities. Only thing that the inner city kids see is basketball and football. That's it. They don't see anything.
Right.
They see baseball, but baseball is a slow sport.
And yeah, a lot of people don't watch it on TV.
So they say I don't like it because it's boring. So that's another part of it. Number 3 is the fact that you're going to fail in baseball.
Yeah.
It's the nature of the beast. You're going to fail. But what a lot of people are missing out on, baseball is where money is. It ain't basketball, football. Baseball is where money is.
Yep, longevity.
If you're able to go,
they ain't got no
there and get drafted and potentially get on some team or whatever you got to do, that money's guaranteed as soon as you put the ink on the paper. That money's guaranteed money. They can't cut. They can cut you. They still got to pay you.
Right.
Bobby
you see that right there? 250.
Yeah. You can hit. That's what I said. If you get on base 3 out of 10 times, you considered an all-time great. So you got to look at it. You fell in 7 times. You only succeeding 3 times, 3 out of 10 times.
You're a Hall of Famer.
You're a Hall of Famer if you get on base 3 out of 10 times consistently.
If you're a pitcher and you all you gotta do is pitch 20-some games a year, and you're getting paid all this money.
That's it.
I mean, it's a lot of money in it. It's just that it's not a popular sport amongst blacks
because it's too slow.
Right. For whites, Dominicans, Latinos, you know, Hispanics, everything. It's a very popular sport.
Right.
You know, and that's why they succeed at. They will do whatever they have to do. They will send kids over that are over the age limit. They will do whatever they got to do to get their kid in the MLB or somewhere because they've been playing it so long. They're just good at it.
Let me
Right.
ask you this,
Basketball and football. That's not what they do.
Let me ask you this, because I know you into baseball because you got your son. Have they changed the rules at all? Since we were younger?
In
No,
terms
I'm
of what?
dead serious. Like, I mean, as far as like the way the game's played, like basketball has evolved, football has evolved. Have they done anything to change up baseball pace since we was younger?
Like, I mean,
Yeah, they made it cost more.
Yeah, I mean, every night the bat.
That's it.
For example, the money.
I mean, that could
the
be a
money
problem
said
with it, man. Everything needs to evolve.
In terms of the rules are pretty much the same.
I mean, the rules to help speed up the game to make it better.
You can't speed up the game of baseball. You cannot speed up the game of baseball.
It's slow forever.
I know you can't speed it up.
They have changed some of the rules. You have to get into the batter's box quicker. You got X amount of seconds that you got to throw a pitch. So they've sped it up a little bit, but nothing substantial.
Yeah.
That.
I was just wondering. I mean,
So let me jump in here and ask PD and D a question.
He plays high school and he travels. He's got to have 2 different bats. Just those 2 bats by themselves are
$700.
$1,000.
Yeah, it's from 700 to 1,000. Yeah.
shit.
So let me ask y'all a question real quick.
Most kids gonna be like, or most parents gonna be like, I can't do this. I'm not
They're not spending $1,000 on a bat just for you to swing 2 or 3 times a day.
But the thing about it is this. Here's the craziest thing about it, though, is that you can take an athletic kid from the inner city and put him on the baseball field, and 9 times out of 10, he's gonna catch on quick and be able to be successful.
Oh, absolutely.
He's gonna be able to be successful playing the game. But they never take the time to do it. They don't know how good they can potentially be because they don't want to do it. Now I've talked to a guy out who used to coach the White Sox, Chicago White Sox. Can't think his name right now, so top of my head. But he works with MLB and he's in charge of trying to get the inner city kids back into the game, and that's what they're trying to do across the nation. But it's hard because they ain't got the money. But it's just like basketball. It's just like AAU basketball. It's travel. We played a team in Atlanta. They were traveling from California. They were traveling from Mexico, Puerto Rico, wherever to play these tournaments. They travel all over. It's the same thing.
Right.
So
it's just a sport.
B, can you hear me?
Dominated by Caucasians, Hispanics.
Hey, P, ask B if he can hear me.
Puerto Rican,
B, Q said, can you hear him? Q said, can you hear him? Q.
Can I hear? I can't hear Q now.
Okay. So Pete, I want you to relay this message to B since he can't hear me. Do y'all feel like the reason why a lot of black kids don't play baseball is because they see a quicker payday with football and basketball to the millions rather than baseball? They see it as a slow process to get to the millions. So
Q's asking, is the reason that African American kids do not play is because they see a faster payday with baseball rather than a slower payday with baseball rather than football and basketball. But let me answer this, Q. I'll tell you this. You can go to the league for basketball out of high school. Yes. You're more likely to get drafted in baseball out of high school than any other sport. You see what I'm saying?
All day.
Because there's so many rounds,
because there's so many rounds and they have so many farm teams that you will go faster at baseball being an athlete than you will in any other sport.
That's correct. That's correct.
So a lot of people they just don't look at the facts. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just attest to my situation with my son. I made KP play baseball because I wanted him to learn how to cope with failure. Everything, you're not going to win at every game. You're not going to be great every day. You see what I'm saying? You have to be able to bounce back after an 0-3 game and come back and you might go 1-4, but that one hit might have been a double that pushed in a couple runs that wins the game. You might miss a fly ball, but then you come back and you hit your cutoff and they catch the lead runner at the plate. It's being able to cope with failure is the reason that I made my son play. He's pretty good, but we translate it over to football. Like I tell him, you ain't gonna make every tackle, but you ain't hit the ball every time you got to the plate. So what you gonna do now? You gotta go harder.
You know,
So that, that's what we use baseball for.
And the thing about baseball,
Yeah, baseball's a fair sport, man.
you
I mean, it's just not popular.
You can't hide in baseball either.
No, you can't hide.
No, the ball's gonna find you. See, that's different in basketball and different in football. The ball's gonna find you.
Right.
That's a fact.
Right.
So Pete is the lad because May's comments are flying in. I'm trying to keep everybody's comments.
I just think overall, in terms of sports, baseball is just not a popular sport among African Americans.
I don't think it's popular.
They don't really have. You got Mookie Betts. You know, I can't forget the little guy from
And that's
Atlanta,
crazy.
but he's technically not African American. I think I forgot what he is.
We have a family in Lexington. Their whole the Shelbys, from the dad to the sons, they all play baseball. Okay, they all have made it to the league. If not, they in D1 right now. You see what I'm saying? But you don't see too many families, and a lot of people don't know about them. You know what I'm saying? I know about them.
Yeah,
I know about John T. Big John coaching third base and first base for the Dodgers and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But
it's just not it's not a popular sport amongst African Americans, and that's why. If it was a popular sport, you'd see more kids in it. But they don't. But they don't realize. Like I say, from a money perspective, there's so much.
He probably can't hear you, hot dog.
You gonna make a bunch more money in baseball.
It goes back to the marketing of
it. Basketball.
It goes back to the marketing. It goes back to the marketing.
It does go back to the market.
And they can see it.
But
if baseball was more popular, they can see it, you know,
right.
Advertising, or they can look up to somebody. Because I know coming up, I was like, man, I want to be like Barry Bonds. I want to be like, let me go out here and be on my Ken Griffey.
Yeah.
You know, let me swing like Ken Petnet. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? But it's the same way with golf. It's the same way with golf, and it's the same way with tennis. These are just not sports that most African.
I mean, the stars in baseball are really not relatable. Like Bryce Harper's great, but how many people see Bryce Harper a lot of
Hey Jones.
Bryce Harper was on the travel circuit. This dude, let me tell you, they was flying this kid. True story. They was flying Bryce Harper across the U.S. to play when he was in high school. Bryce Harper was hitting 400-foot bombs. You know, when he was in freshman and sophomore in high school. Yeah. And he was so nonchalant with it. They were flying back and forth from Vegas because that's where he lived. And all he wanted to do was play video games. But he had a dad that was into baseball and was basically teaching him from day one how to play the game. Most of us have not. A lot of these parents haven't played, so they can't teach their kid. They can't. There's nothing to motivate them or anything. So they have to go and look for somebody to take an interest in their kid and mold their kid and help their kid develop.
Absolutely right.
And that's why here locally in Lexington, if you can get involved with the Shelbys or something like that, that will help you out because they played the game. They know what it takes.
They know exactly what it takes. Yeah.
But a lot of people, you don't have a lot of people. You got a lot of people who claim that they know what it takes. You know, you don't have a lot of African Americans that coach the game. You don't have in this city. You don't have a lot of that stuff. So, you know, that's all of those are factors that go into the fact of why it's just not a popular sport.
And a lot of people, like I said earlier, B, I don't know if you heard me. A lot of people don't want to commit that time because you practicing six. I'm telling you, practicing or playing 6 out of 7 days. You only getting 1 day off. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't want to make that commitment because it's too time consuming. You know, I've coached baseball in youth sports for probably the last 8 years. And I tell my parents, and a lot of people can attest to, I tell my parents, you got to make this commitment because we're going to practice. We're going to practice almost every day that we don't play. Because if you want to be good in this game of baseball, you have to have your reps. You have to get your reps in. And a lot of parents are not going to commit to coming to the park for an hour just for batting practice, driving all the way across town just for an hour of batting practice, or coming to the park just for an hour of batting practice because they had worked all day, and now they come home and now they got to go straight to the park. Where when I was coming up, my mom and my granny loved to go to the park. So that might be the reason that I picked up baseball because we used to go to the park whether I had practice our game.
Same way with me, man. Mom and granddaddy didn't play softball and stuff, so we was always there.
Right. We was always so you pick it up.
Always
You see what I'm
Pete, I was gonna say, Kenny just commented off of what you were saying is that you don't see blacks packing out the park to watch little kids play baseball. You will see the park packed on Super Sunday games, so the kids are gonna flock to where the attention is gonna be. That's a great point.
Hey, but I
know.
will say this, let me plug my North Lex family again.
Go ahead.
Last year in our North Lexington championship in the Northern Baseball League, it was my Dodgers versus Derek Talbert's Cubs, and the park looked like it was Super Sunday. It was standing room only. Everybody had a ball. You know what I'm saying? But that's just for one instance. And then when I coached in Parks and Rec, me and Mikey Pettis' team played. Mikey coaches over at Adelawa. He brought his team over, and the park was packed. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, when I say it was packed, I mean it was packed. And they were watching kids play. But a lot of kids, they still remember that. You know what I'm saying? And that brought more kids to the leagues to play baseball. But at the same time, if you go to South Lexington, you might have 4 or 5 parents setting. You know, they gonna be setting in their chairs and all that under their tents. But you might have 4 or 5 blacks that play on in a specific division. You see what I'm saying? But when you come to the north, your whole team might be black. You know what I'm
So
saying?
so you saying it's based more on region than
Crazy thing
anything?
about it
It's based more on region. It's based more on region.
Yeah, but then
It
you
is.
compare that.
I just want to say real quick,
to
you talked about the
travel
parents putting in the
basketball.
time.
I mean, the gyms are packed 24/7.
Yeah.
24/7.
Because parents like going to basketball gyms because it's more action, and 9 times out of 10, if you playing AAU ball, your child is good. So as a parent, you're gonna go to a game and see your son score 15, 20 points. You know what I'm saying? But if you go to a baseball game, you might be sitting there and your child strikes out 3 times. You see what I'm saying? Game on the line. And now as a parent, they feel some type of way because I find that a lot of parents try to live through the kids. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So they only want to have them involved in sports that they're good at. You see what I'm saying? Because parents love coming to the gym, to the football field, talking about, yeah, my son gonna run 2 touchdowns a day. My son's gonna score 25 points. But if your son step on the baseball field, your son's going 0 for 3 and he gonna drop 2 fly balls. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of parents, they don't
Petey.
I'll go ahead, B.
No, my biggest thing, and I'm gonna leave it at this, and I'm gonna get off. But for me, I wanted him to play baseball because I want my son to play. I play, but I wanted him to play because I wanted him to fail. Because
same thing I said. That's what I'm talking
about. Because failing is going to help build him as a person. Because
That's
you're gonna
right.
fail. Because you're going to fail in every aspect of your life. So the most important thing is when you fail, how you going to pick yourself up and deal with it. And as a young African American male in this world, all the stuff that you're faced with, you have to be able to deal and persevere through all of that. So even though it's baseball, you still have to fail and go through all the different things. And he had to do that. He had to do that. He had to do that last summer, the summer before that. He always had to get involved, and he failed. I mean, it's because the game is built on failure. It's not built on success.
Yes, the game is built
I want to
failure.
piggyback off what Legend just said.
Those people that play basketball, play football, and you're always successful and you're always winning. When you fail, you don't know how to deal with it. You don't know how to come back.
That's it.
And it's really important as an individual. This is one of those situations where it teaches you how to deal with real life stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my big thing. But I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all be good. I just
want
to
make sure
Legend. I got that stuff.
Hey, Legend, before you go, real quick, Legend.
He couldn't hear you.
Okay. Well, what I want to say is I was gonna go back on what Pete said. I had a hard time with my son wanting to play soccer because I don't like soccer. Right. I can't stand watching it. I don't like it. But my son is really good. He's on the travel team out of Paris. And, it took me a long time to get with the program. You say you make your son play baseball so he knows failure. If it was up to my son, he'd play soccer all year round.
Right.
He loves soccer. He's good at it. But I make you play basketball in the winter because my son's he's not the greatest basketball player. It's just not his sport.
Right.
But I make him play it so he'll understand that you're not good at everything. You're not going to be great at everything.
Right.
There's going to be something you got to work hard at. And my son, from the start of the season to the end of the season, he got miles better because he worked hard at it.
That's it.
So, I mean,
You gotta put that
wanna-
work ethic in them, man. You gotta have that work ethic. You know what I'm saying?
But that's like I was saying, like it took me a long time to get on track with him wanting to play soccer because, like I said, I never sat down and watched it. I didn't know the rules. Like, I'm seeing the ref blow the whistle, and I'm like, what just happened? But my son's been playing 7 years, 5, 6 years, and I still don't know the rules of the game. It's so hard to keep up with soccer.
Yeah.
I think it's another reason why people don't play soccer. It's just so hard to keep up with the rules and the changes from league to league. Because some leagues you can't drop kick the ball. Some leagues you can. Because my son got penalized a few times in goal because he would want to punt the ball. And like, no, you can't do that. And then, like in Cynthiana regularly, you can. So it's hard to keep up with league to league and rules to rules with soccer. It really is.
Right.
But man, fellas, man, that was man. That's probably one of the best segments we done had in a long ass time. I appreciate everybody who commented and tuned in, man. We started talking about that topic, bro, and I couldn't even keep up with the comments trying to post them because everybody was getting their comments in quick. Man, I couldn't get them in, but everybody do. Man, we got to probably have a roundtable discussion about that one day.
We gonna tell them hit the Beyond the Game page, man. We'll put it up, man. We'll have a good discussion on there, man. Tell everybody hit the BTG page, man, and jump on there, man, and get in this discussion, man. I want to see how everybody feels, because like I say about this baseball thing, it's a love thing with me. I love the game of baseball. You see what I'm saying? And I just want to see what we can do as North Flex, as Northern, to get more African American kids to play, and what we can do as a whole complete city to get South Lexington, Southeast Lexington, and all of that built that back up with African Americans playing and Hispanics playing the game.
So let me ask you this real quick before we get out of here, Pete. You said you love the game. Growing up as a black kid, what made you fall in love with baseball?
Just the fact that, you know what I'm saying, I didn't have to be successful at every single time. Like basketball, every time you pull up for a jumper, you got to make it to be good. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
To say you a shooter. Yeah, and now, that's just the mind thought, just me thinking that every time I shoot this jumper, I'm shooting to make it. Yeah, but most of the time that I miss. In baseball, it was the fact that, oh man, I struck out, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Let's bounce back. Next time I'm gonna get it. And in football, you know what I'm saying, each play you can make you can make an impact. And a lot of people know me. It is what it is. I'm lazy. I ain't trying to make no play. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Hey, in baseball, I can stand out there, spit sunflower seeds, my legs wide open, me just swinging back and forth, looking in the stands and all that.
That sounds like a sport I'd like.
And I might get one ball, but that's more my speed.
Catching
you see what I'm saying? Yeah, but it was just the
sunflowers off the ground.
Yeah, it was just the fact that I like that game because you did not have to be perfect. And in football and in basketball, to be good, you have to be perfect.
But they say baseball is the hardest sport to play. But then
people say that because you don't have to be perfect in baseball. But people say that it's the hardest sport to play is because they can't grasp it mentally that you're going to fail more than you succeed.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
One last comment before we get out of here. Kendi said, start live streaming it on Facebook. You know how a kid will feel if someone comes up to them and say, hey, I seen you playing on live the other day. That's also a good point as well.
That's it.
Yep.
You know what? I might have to get with Q and start live streaming some of these games.
Hey, man, we need that up there, man. Yes, sir. Beyond the Game in the North Side and the North.
You know what? I might get with Q. We might set something up.
All my North Flex people know what it is. Butte. That's what we say.
Is there going to be a season, Petey?
Huh?
Is there going to be a season?
They're working on it now. They're working on it now. They got a meeting on Thursday with Parks and Rec to see what the guidelines are and if we can play. And then we'll have a regular season and we'll try to roll out some all-stars and stuff like that.
All right, cool. Well, Petey, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? All your knowledge that you dropped. You actually sounded real intelligent today. Like, I'm proud of you today, man.
Hey, man,
For the first time.
Y'all finally hear something that I really love, man. Really want to talk about, man.
Like, I'm really proud of you today, man.
Y'all be talking about this Jordan stuff, man. Ain't nobody worried about that.
Oh, no, I agree with you about that. Yeah,
every time I say Jordan, you ain't got to pull the shoe out for us, man. Hey, plus somebody stole, man, off the porch. Is that a size 12? Okay, I was great to say. Hey, I was great to say, man.
Is it a sass to it? But yeah, man, Pete, I appreciate all your knowledge. Keezy, I appreciate you taking time out your day, especially with that ugly ass shoe you got in your hand right now. Dotson, I appreciate you wanting to get in on this conversation because you know I had asked Dotson, hey man, are you comfortable with this? He's like, yeah, man, let's go, let's do this because you know I wanted to get a white person's perspective of it and what they see at the parks as opposed to just what we see at the parks. And you know he made a good comment as well. Go ahead.
My son been playing 5-6 years. I think he had one African American teammate in those 6 years.
Yeah.
One. And he was the tallest kid in the whole league, and he struggled. He struggled. Soccer is not for tall people. It really ain't.
Right. I
don't know why, but from what I've seen, even from white kids that are taller, they struggle, man. My son, he's slow. He's not slow. He's fast. He's low to the ground, and he just flies all over that soccer field.
Hey, man. Yeah. Hey, Gordon, man. I definitely had AJ, man. But that was only because Pop spoiled us, man. And now that little brothers with he's sponsored with Jordan. He's Team Jordan, man. I mean, the love just keep rolling, man. But I just see it as a shoe. It's just a brand.
All right, man. We're gonna go up out of here, but before we do, I got to do this one last time.
Yes, sir. Hey, bro's lips the same color as the jersey, man. Damn.
What are you doing? You gonna give me? That's my intro.
Go.
Just for that, I tell you.
Would you say, Jones?
I said that's how you bring me back on the intro.
I like that.
Hey, don't blame me, man. Blame Ike, man. Ike's locked up in jail and Facebook jail, so he couldn't do it. So he told me to do it today.
Oh my God, y'all can't believe it, man. I'm flattening his tires on this bus.
But Jones, I appreciate you, taking time out your day today to hop on and have this conversation, man. I feel like it's a conversation. Oh man, everybody's laughing at your picture. But yeah, man, I appreciate it. Make sure y'all like, share, comment this, man. Make sure y'all follow Beyond the Game Sports page as well. Tuesdays. Hey, you know what we might have to start doing on Tuesday? We might have to do like a little $25 giveaway to like Chipotle or something like that during the show or something like that.
Chipotle. Nobody likes Chipotle.
How about we can do it right now, man? Y'all like and share this. Somebody keep tab on it. $50 gift card to the person. We'll do a raffle like we did before. Like and share it.
We're bringing overtime.
I cash up a couple dollars to somebody, bro.
I got it. Don't even worry about it. It's 50s on me. Like and share.
What's shit?
Cool. 50 it is. 50 it is.
Like and share.
No, make it 100, Jones. Make it 100.
Make it 100 then.
I'm just playing, Jones. Don't let me gas you.
Make it 100 then.
Don't let me gas you, bro. Don't let me.
Like and share this.
Q. Hey man, everybody like and share this, and then keep track of who shares it. Who's the first share, second share, third share, whatever, and then we'll do a raffle
for 50.
And we'll do a raffle, man, $50.
Hey, y'all heard it, man. 50 bowls in your pockets, man. Well, I keep it tabbed. But everybody, appreciate y'all tuning in.
Here for anybody, 50 for the winner.
Shit, hold on. I'm about to show it right now, Jones.
Hey, Jones, don't flash that 40 here in Lex, man. You gonna get some inboxes you don't want.
Man,
that's why I moved to Louisville.
Oh man, y'all well, man. But I'll holler at y'all, man. Y'all be easy.
All right, peace.